I want to explain to you the amazing benefits of NMN. NMN stands for nicotinamide mononucleotide. You don't have to memorize that, just call it NMN. Now, the biggest challenge, the biggest health challenge that we have today is what we call lifestyle diseases. It can be cardiovascular diseases, it can be cancer, it can be dementia, it can be arthritis, etc. These are diseases that are caused by what we call cellular aging. At the basic is cellular aging. All right? Now, before your body moves to this kind of condition, it always starts with something we call fatigue. Clouded mind. You feel all the time that your mind is clouded. You feel fatigued all the time, of course, and weight gain. When you start experiencing this kind of, this kind of symptoms, especially weight that is refusing to go away, even after dieting and exercising, you are going to a condition, you are a candidate for lifestyle diseases. Now, these are diseases that happen in the cell, and I want to tell you what NMN can do for you. What NMN, it is the most, currently as we speak, is the most exciting compound that has been discovered in the last 5 years. Now, my name is Pish. I started my career in journalism, but at some point I moved into biological sciences. I did genetics with the help from the University of Tokyo. Now, let's go ahead. Now, life happens in the cells. You have about 50 trillion cells in your body. Life happens in the cells. That means if you can take care of your cells, if you can look at what happens inside the cell and make it right inside the cell, your life as a whole will be healed. Whether it's plaque that causes what we call atherosclerosis, or it can even cause dementia and Parkinson's disease, it starts in the cells. Whether it's a mutation or a gene flipping in the wrong way that gives you cancer, it starts in the cells. Whether it is diabetes, what we call insulin insensitivity, it starts when your cell cannot take in sugar, or when your mitochondria is not able to process sugar and your mitochondria is in the cell. So everything in your life happens in the cell. And the most important, there are organelles inside the cell. Just to take you back to what we learned in high school, they are what we call organelles inside the cell. We have the genome, which packages your DNA. We have the mitochondria, which are the power plants. We have the ribosomes, which are proteins. We have lysosomes. We have a lot of things. Now, you don't have to memorize what I'm telling you. I'm just trying to help you create a picture in your mind that a cell is a self-sustaining organism. Now, for any process in the cell to happen, you need to have a coenzyme that is called NAD. Without NAD, your DNA will not be repaired. Your NAD is a fuel. The Sirtuins that repair your DNA, the Sirtuins that repair your mitochondria, use what we call NAD. And we have realized that the more you grow old, whether it's biologically or chronologically, the more you grow old, the less NAD you will have. It's the fuel that helps other organelles to work. And NAD, we have realized that if we can replenish NAD into the cells, some of the markers of aging, like the mitochondria dysfunction, when your mitochondria is malfunctioning, that is one of the markers of aging, major markers of aging. There are 9 of them. I'm just telling you in passing because we can do another video on markers of aging. Now, when your mitochondria is not functioning, that means your cells cannot process energy, and this is why you gain weight. And this is why you can find some people exercising without losing weight. It is because their mitochondria is not functioning. We have realized that if we add NAD into the cell, it helps the Sirtuins to repair the mitochondria through a process we call mitosis. Okay? We have also realized that if we add NAD into the cell, the Sirtuins, these Sirtuins are called silent information regulators. There are 7 of them in every cell of every mammal, almost every mammal that we have checked. Sirtuins, they are the repairmen inside the cell. We call them the longevity, in genetics we call them the longevity genes. Why does one person live past 100 years without getting any metabolic disease, without getting cancer, without getting anything, and another one lives for only 40 years and get those diseases? It is because of Sirtuins. The Sirtuins of this person, they're active than the Sirtuins of the other person. The Sirtuins will determine how many years you live on Earth in a healthy state. Now, Sirtuins need NAD to function. When the NAD is depleted in your cells, the Sirtuins goes dormant. That means your mitochondria can die. That means you'll never be able to process energy, which can also give you what we call type 2 diabetes. It can also make you to gain weight rapidly, even without eating very little food. Sirtuins also can make your DNA to become damaged. There are 2 things, nasty things that can happen when your DNA is not repaired. It is repaired by the Sirtuins. So when you do not have NAD, the Sirtuins will not be repaired, and several consequences. One of them is you can develop cancer. That means one gene can be flipped, later in a DNA can be flipped in a wrong way, and because it is not repaired, it can mutate and form what we call cancer. All right? Secondly, the DNA itself can go into what we call a permanent state of arrest, and that cell will become like a dead cell, what we call a senescent cell, and that is another marker of aging. It's what gives you wrinkles, actually. It's what gives you even cardiovascular diseases, because in your veins, when those dead cells accumulate, they cause what we call atherosclerosis, and that is what gives you cardiovascular disease. It can give you stroke, it can give you heart diseases, etc. So NAD is at the center of good health, and in the last 5 years, just recently, scientists have started to develop compounds that can increase NAD. One of them is NMN. Now, there's another one that was discovered before NMN. It was called NR, nicotinamide riboside. Now, the problem with NR is that it's a very big molecule, so your body is not able to take that molecule into the bloodstream very well. When you take NR, your body can only assimilate about 10%, but when you take NMN, your body can assimilate up to 80%. And the good thing with NMN is that it is not a trade name. NR is a trade name, just like Coca-Cola. That means you cannot make NR. Only one company that has patented that NR can make it. But NMN is not a trade name. NMN is a name of a product, a compound. So anybody can make NMN, any factory can make NMN, and any factory can sell NMN. We usually get it from myself. I get mine from China. And the moment you take NMN, especially on an empty stomach, you start to feel the changes within that very first day. Your mind will clear. You find that when you exercise, you lose weight faster. Okay? You will find that your blood sugar will come low. You will find that your heart rate will stabilize. NMN helps the organelles in the cells to get NAD. It's a boost of NAD. It can help in weight loss. It can boost your energy. We have found that it can even remove some wrinkles. Those people who have a lot of wrinkles. It can manage your sugar levels. It can make you feel focused. It can make you feel even younger than you are. For more on this topic, I'm asking you to go to my website, peach-health.com. Get in touch with me. If you need NMN right here in Kenya, I can send it to you at half the price. Half the price. Because the NMN that we have in Kenya today come from America. Actually, it's Americans who are shipping NMN to Kenya. But what Americans do, they buy NMN from factories actually in China. Americans don't make NMN. They buy from factories in China. They package it in California or anywhere else, and then they send it to us. So the cost is double what you are supposed to pay. But mine, I import mine, okay? We test it, okay, in our lab, and you can have NMN. So you can check at my website. Go to my website if you want to know more about NMN, or you can also comment on the comment box. Remember to subscribe. Thank you very much.